My beloved child, welcome back again on this sacred space where hearts are healed, faith is renewed, and purpose is revealed. If you're here, it's not by accident. God is reaching for you through the noise. Before we go deeper, take a moment to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters here. Now breathe in, because today, we're about to uncover something many refuse to confront: how the weight of your past may be blocking the love you keep praying for. Are you truly ready to receive, or are you just afraid to let go?
You've been
Asking for love, begging God for connection, but has your heart made room for it? It's easy to believe you're ready for something new just because you're tired of the old. You want to move forward, but there's a quiet grip of the past still wrapped around your soul. The memories, the betrayal, disappointments. They echo in every silent night. You may not realize it, but you're still speaking the language of pain, hoping someone will translate it into love. You say you want love, but deep down, are you still rehearsing the last heartbreak? Sometimes you don't even notice how much space your past takes up. It lives in your expectations, your doubts, your triggers. Every time someone shows you kindness, you question their motives. Every time you feel seen, you prepare for the moment they'll walk away. You've made survival your default setting, not realizing you're pushing away what you've been praying for. The truth is, your heart is still cluttered. Not because you're weak, but because no one ever showed you how to truly release. You've tried distractions, denial, even spiritual bypassing, quoting scriptures to silence emotions you were never meant to carry alone. You're emotionally loyal to people who left long ago, subconsciously tied to memories that still feel more real than hope itself. You're not just remembering the past, you're living in it. And while you think you're guarding yourself, what you're really doing is guarding the pain. And here's the danger. A guarded heart may feel safe, but it also stays empty. It repels what it claims to want. Because real love requires vulnerability. It demands presence. But how can love dwell in a space already occupied by ghosts? What if the new love you've been asking God for already came? But you couldn't recognize it? What if they smiled at you, offered you kindness, showed you consistency, and you backed away? It's not because they were wrong, but because you were still rehearsing the wrongs done to you. Your discernment is distorted by your history. You don't trust what's unfamiliar, even if it's good. And sometimes, God delays new love, not to punish you, but to protect both of you. He knows that until your heart has made space, you will only recreate what broke you. Healing doesn't begin when someone new walks in. It begins when you choose to honor what happened without giving it permission to rule what comes next.
yes.
God can't fill a heart that's already full of pain. And divine love doesn't come to compete with your past. It comes when you're willing to surrender the story you've clung to, so a new chapter can begin. Let that sink in. Your healing isn't just about you. It's about the person praying to find you too. They deserve the whole you, not the version. Still haunted by what someone else did. You don't need to be perfect to be ready, but you must be willing to release. So today, ask yourself, what part of your past are you still giving a front row seat in your present? What memory are you still trying to fix? My beloved child, healing takes time, but the first step is honesty. Cry if you must, grieve if you need, but don't stay there. Don't let your heart become a museum of pain when God is trying to build a sanctuary of love. If this touched you in any way, drop a ready to receive in the comments. Let this community stand with you in faith and restoration. Don't forget to subscribe, because this journey isn't over. It's just beginning. Your heart is learning to make room. And when it does, new love will no longer feel like a stranger. It will feel like home. Asterisk, asterisk, but healing doesn't mean forgetting. It certainly doesn't mean pretending it never happened. Healing means making peace with what no longer has power over you. It's sitting with your brokenness and gently saying, "You don't get to write my future anymore." That's how your heart begins to breathe again. You don't heal by filling the void with distractions. You heal by feeling what you've suppressed. You stop rehearsing the pain long enough to start remembering who you were before the pain took over. That version of you, God still sees them. And love, true love's waiting for that. healed version of you to rise. Many people are walking around with hearts too heavy to carry. Hearts full of bitterness, regrets, old promises that were broken but never released. And every time someone new tries to come close, they unknowingly get caught in the emotional debris left behind. So the cycle repeats. Hope gets crushed before it has a chance to bloom. But what if this is your turning point? What if the reason you're still single, still waiting, still unsure isn't because you're unworthy, but because your heart still has unfinished business with your past? God, in His mercy, delays what you desire so that He can prepare you to handle it with grace. Love is a blessing, but without healing, it can feel like a burden. That's not what God wants for you. Pause here for a moment. Reflect. Who do you still think about when you feel lonely? What story are you still replaying when someone compliments you and you push them away? Healing starts with awareness. Awareness that you're still holding on to, something that's not holding on to you. God doesn't want you chained to a past that only taught you how to settle. He wants you free to embrace what He's written for you. As long as you're reading old chapters, you'll never discover how beautiful the next ones are. And maybe that's why this message found you today. Maybe heaven knew your heart was weary. It's not because of a lack of love, but because of too many unresolved emotions. God sees it. He knows how many nights you cried yourself to sleep, how many times you smiled in public, but broke down in private. You didn't imagine the pain. But you also don't have to stay there. There's something sacred about surrendering. It doesn't mean weakness. It means you trust God more than you. Trust your wounds. You trust that He won't let you miss out on what's meant for you, even if He's asking you to let go of who or what you thought was supposed to stay. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is delete a message thread. Sometimes, the most healing act is to pray for someone and then release them. Not every person from your past was meant to walk with you into your future. Some were just lessons. Some were warnings. Some were detours to remind you of what not to settle for again. And here's something deeper. Some of the people you loved weren't bad people, just weren't aligned with the version of you God is calling forth. They loved the old you. But God is birthing a new you. And not everyone can walk with that version. So the separation was necessary, yes, even the painful one. Even the goodbye you never got closure from. Even the one that shattered you unexpectedly. God isn't just preparing someone for you, He's preparing you for someone. Someone who won't just love the healed version of you, but will also handle the remnants of your past with compassion. Someone who won't use your wounds against you, but will see them as evidence of your strength. But first, you have to give God permission to enter that space in your heart you've kept locked away. The place where shame, fear, and false narratives still live. The place where you convinced yourself you're too much or not enough. Let Him in. Not just as your healer, but as your author, because He's writing a love story that's so much deeper than what the world offers. You may feel like you're running out of time, but God isn't late. He's deliberate. Your loneliness is not a punishment, it's preparation. He's not withholding love. He's restoring you. So when love arrives, you don't self-sabotage it. And isn't that what you truly want? To be ready to be whole? To be able to receive? Love without fear that it will end in betrayal again. To give love without using it as a tool for validation. That's why this healing season matters. Don't rush through it. Don't despise it. The version of you that will walk into your next relationship needs this refinement. You're not just being preserved, you're being pruned. Cut back so you can grow stronger. Made still so you can listen deeper. Emptied so you can be filled with the right things. If only you knew what God has prepared for you. If only you could see the beauty that's coming. But here's the good news. You don't have to see it all. To believe in it, faith is enough. Trust is enough. Your willingness to let go is enough. The love you desire isn't just romantic, it's divine. It's sacred. It reflects the heart of God. And that kind of love doesn't show up just anywhere. It shows up in surrendered hearts. Shows up in people who choose to heal instead of hate. People who choose growth over grudges. That's who you are becoming. You are learning to love yourself. Enough to wait well. To wait with purpose. You're learning that the past doesn't define you. It refined you. It shaped you. But it no longer gets to rule you. The chains are breaking even now. Soul ties are weakening. The lies are losing power. Because you're starting to believe that God truly wants what's best for you, and that includes love that lasts, not love that leaves. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Say these words out loud if you can. God, I give you my heart fully. I release the past. I release the pain. I welcome the healing. I make room for love. I trust you with my next chapter. That's how healing begins. With one brave step, one act of surrender, one choice to believe that what's ahead is greater than what's behind, and you're not walking this road alone, even as you listen to this. The Holy Spirit is near, nudging you to grieve what you lost, but also to embrace what's coming. The tears you cry now are watering the soil of your future. Love story. Don't resist it. Don't rush it. Just rest in it. Because the heart that's emptied of bitterness becomes a vessel for blessing. And God is getting ready to pour something beautiful into you. Something that won't feel like the past. Something that won't leave you guessing. Something that won't break your soul. But you must be ready to receive it with new eyes. A new heart. A new faith. Asterisk. Asterisk. And now, beloved, as your heart softens and opens, let this truth settle deep within your soul. God never wastes a surrendered heart. The pain you carried, the memories you buried, the love you lost, they are all being woven into something greater. You may not understand it all now, but you will. We'll look back and thank God that some doors stayed closed, that some people walked away, that some seasons ended because they had to. You see, God is not just interested in giving you love. He wants to give you lasting love, love that honors Him, love that heals instead of harms, love that's built on purpose, not just passion. And for that to happen, He has to start with your heart, not just the parts you show the world, but the hidden places you rarely speak of. That's where the real transformation begins. You don't need to rush out and find someone. You don't need to overanalyze your timeline. What you need is to let God do the inner work that prepares you for the one He's chosen. Because when you're whole, you won't chase, you won't beg, you won't settle. You will attract what's aligned with your healing. And make no mistake, God hasn't forgotten your desire. He placed it in you. It's that longing for connection, for deep love, for spiritual partnership. It was authored in heaven. But timing matters. Alignment matters. And sometimes that means learning to wait well. So if you're still single, if you're still healing, if you're still carrying pieces of the past, don't shame yourself. Don't compare your journey to others. Your path is sacred. Your pace is holy. And what's meant for you cannot miss you when you are obedient too. It's God's timing. You're not behind. You're becoming. And when the right person comes, they won't complete you, they'll complement you. They won't fix you, they'll walk with you. They won't trigger your trauma, they'll honor your truth. But to receive that kind of love, you must first believe you are worthy of it. So many hearts stay locked because somewhere along the line, someone convinced them they were too broken, too emotional, too complicated, that they were too much to be loved deeply. So they shrunk, settled, numbed themselves, hid their brilliance to be accepted. But you were never meant to dim to be loved. You were meant to shine and be. It's chosen because of your light. So no more clinging to what dimmed you, no more waiting for closure from people who were never meant to stay, no more rehearsing heartbreaks that God already healed you from. This is your healing era. This is your moment to rise, not just in strength, but in softness, because a healed heart doesn't need to be guarded. It needs to be guided. Guided by faith, by discernment, by truth, and by trust in a God who knows how to bring the right person at the right time. If your heart feels like it's been under construction good, that means God is working. It means foundations are being rebuilt. It means what's coming won't be a replica of what hurt you. It'll be a redemption of everything you thought love could never be. And yes, it might feel lonely some days. Yes, the silence might sting. Yes, your bed might feel colder, your weekends quieter, your inbox emptier. But it's in this space, this divine stillness, where God does His deepest work. He's not ignoring you. He's insulating you, protecting you, strengthening you. So when love comes, you can hold it with both hands and not fumble it with fear. So keep going, beloved, keep healing, keep trusting, keep releasing. Because the past may have been a teacher, but it is not your blueprint in the future. It's not delayed. It's being designed by a God who sees every tear and hears every prayer. And he's not done writing your love story. He's just getting started. Asterisk. So if this message stirred something inside you, God, if it opened a window in your heart where a wall used to be, drop a comment below and write, "I'm making room for love." Let this be your declaration, your agreement, your alignment with heaven. And don't leave without subscribing. Because in this space, we walk the journey together. We heal, we grow. We prepare for love that's not just beautiful, but divine. God is not done with your story. Your best love is still ahead. You just have to make room for it. Asterisk, asterisk, the truth is, love has never been the problem. The problem has always been the condition of the soil where the seed of love was planted. If your heart is still hardened by betrayal, it can't absorb kindness. If it's still tangled with regret, it can't grow intimacy. If it's still drenched in the past, it cannot fully bloom in the present. You keep praying for the harvest, but God is still tilling the ground. He's digging up the roots of old pain, plucking out the weeds of toxic cycles, and softening the soil where trust will one day flourish. It's uncomfortable. It's vulnerable, but it's holy work. Because love cannot be planted in resentment and expected to grow into peace. And yet, even now, God is patient with you. He doesn't rush your healing. He doesn't shame your emotions. He doesn't rebuke your longing. He meets you in the stillness and whispers, "Let me do what only I can do." That's where transformation begins, not through forcing, but through surrender. And surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means giving over your timing, your preferences, your wounds, your expectations. It means saying, "God, I no longer want what hurt me. I want what you've prepared for me even. If it costs me what I thought I needed." You see, not everyone who touched your heart was meant to carry it. Some were just there to reflect your brokenness so you could finally start healing it. Some weren't your soulmate. They were your soul mirror. They showed you what you still needed to forgive, what you still feared, what you still lacked in. Self-love. But now you've seen too much to go back. You've heard too much truth to keep pretending you're okay settling. You've felt too many divine whispers to ignore the call to become whole. You're being rebuilt. Piece by sacred piece, not to fit someone else's mold, but to walk fully in your own divine identity. And when you meet the person God has for you, it won't feel like striving. It won't feel like guessing. It won't feel like you're begging them to understand your pain. It will feel like peace. Not because they're perfect, but because you've finally come home to yourself. You'll recognize them by the way your spirit settles around them, by the way your soul doesn't feel like it has to perform, and by the way your love won't need to recover from their presence. But before that can happen, there's a decision you must make. You must choose to close the doors still open to your past. Not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, energetically. Because every time you entertain the memory of someone who mishandled your heart, you delay the one God is trying to send. Every time you hold space for a what-if that already wounded you, you lock yourself out of the what-is that's been knocking on your heart. God will never force love upon a heart that's still hosting pain. So today's your day to clean house, to let go of the conversations that still replay in your mind, to forgive the moments that left you questioning your worth, to release the people who were never equipped to love you well. This is your sacred purge, not out of bitterness, not out of anger, but out of a deep, holy reverence for the version of you that's coming forth, because you deserve more than recycled pain dressed up as affection. You deserve more than trauma-bonded partnerships that confuse chaos for passion. You deserve real love, whole, mature, God-ordained love. But the door to that kind of love only opens from the inside, and you hold the key. So ask yourself gently, what are you still carrying that was never meant to stay? Whose voice is still echoing in your heart when God is trying to speak? What habits have you developed to numb the loneliness that healing would resolve? These questions aren't meant to shame you. They're meant to wake you up, because sometimes we confuse comfort with calling, and staying in emotional limbo becomes easier than confronting the truth that we've outgrown the past. But your soul is ready, ready to expand, ready to feel again, ready to hope again, ready to love from a place that's not desperate, but divine. Let that be your legacy, not the one who loved the hardest, but the one who healed the deepest. Not the one who gave their heart away recklessly, but the one who learned how to give love from a cup that overflows. And when that love comes, because it will not rush you, it will not pressure you, it will not manipulate your vulnerability or exploit your softness. It will simply honor the sacred work God has done in you. It will say, I see the scars, but I also see the strength. It will say, you're safe here. It will say, let's build together. But for now, let God continue preparing you. Keep surrendering. Keep releasing. Keep resting in its timing, because love isn't late. It's just waiting for the room to be made. My beloved child, if this message whispered to the parts of your heart that still ache, let it echo beyond this moment. Don't scroll away without doing something different. Leave a comment below and type, I am making room for new love. Let this community be your witness. Let heaven see your declaration. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a word that was sent just for you. This space is your safe space, your place of reflection, of healing, of divine reminders. Because no matter what your past tried to convince you, you are still worthy of love, and real love is still worthy of you. Asterisk, asterisk, and as you breathe all this in, the truth settles in places where lies once lived. Remember this, you are not your past. You are not your heartbreak. You are not the one who was left behind, betrayed, or forgotten. You are the one God is restoring. You are the one heaven is refining. You are the one being positioned and punished for something sacred. Your journey of love doesn't end in loneliness. It ends in alignment. But right now, your only job is to keep your heart open and your hands surrendered. Because in due time, your spirit is still and your heart is finally light, what is meant for you will arrive, not to complete you, but to mirror the healed whole, radiant version of you that's been rising in secret. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to love again. And most of all, don't be afraid to believe that God is still writing your love story with a pen dipped in mercy and inked in divine timing. You're not too late. You're right on time. You're not too broken. You're being rebuilt. You're not too much. Finally becoming everything you were meant to be. And if this message whispered something sacred to your soul, it confirmed what you've quietly felt but never fully voiced, then I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and type, I am ready. I'm making room for new love. Let that be your bold declaration today. Let this be your moment of shift. Leave your comment below and let others find courage in your honesty. Someone else needs to know they're not alone, and your words could be the light that leads them out. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because here, you're not just watching videos, you're growing, you're healing, you're preparing for more. You're part of a movement of hearts rising together, learning to love from a place of overflow, not emptiness. Your voice is welcome here. Your presence is needed here. Your next chapter begins right here, so subscribe, beloved. And whenever the world gets too loud, or your heart needs a sacred reminder, come back. This space will be here, waiting, just like grace always does. Until next time, take heart, stay open, and never stop believing in the love that's being prepared for you. You are worthy, you are ready, you are deeply, divinely loved.